That's my proposal. There's no harm in giving it some thought.
I understand, but the Express's voyages are meant to extend the Silver Rail. That won't change.
But the cosmic situation will. The Legion's threat looms over the universe, and no one can avoid it. Isn't that why you started the trailblazing journey? To connect?
When it comes to the Express's course, I can't make any decisions on my own. Madam Jade, your olive branch should be extended to everyone.
Greetings, nameless ones. Deliverer of Emphorius. I'm here to celebrate our victory before the Express makes its warp jump, and lay the groundwork for a long-term partnership. On behalf of the Strategic Investment Department, and in the name of Diamond, I hereby invite all of you to Astropolis to discuss our alliance. Might as well think of it as a gift. A celebration feast for allies. And a well-deserved vacation. It's the crown jewel of Epsilon, headquarters of Interastral Peace Entertainment. It might not quite match Penacony in terms of glitz and glamour, but in the eyes of IPC folks, it's the ultimate vacation spot. Defeating Iron Tomb is, of course, a feat worthy of being recorded in the history books. It's something that belongs to the cosmos, and even more so to the Nameless. But you and I both know this is just the beginning. To eliminate the threat of the destruction, all forces must still unite as one. To this end, the Preservation hopes to join hands with the Erudition and the Hunt to establish an anti-destruction alliance, bringing together all forces that can be rallied to the cause.
I'm glad to see the Astral Express is on the list.
You're being too modest. You're heroes who defeated a Lord Ravager, and therefore the most brilliant emblem on this banner. I believe the Trailblaze would make a strong candidate for leadership.
I'm truly flattered.
Consider our vote as a show of sincerity from the 10 Stonehearts. So, may I have the honor of expecting your presence?
Every stop the Express makes is decided by all passengers together. Madam Jade, please, give us some time.
Of course. Then I shall wait with anticipation.
Getting to visit the Interastral Peace Entertainment headquarters and become the leaders of the Anti-Destruction Alliance? Come on! When has anything that good ever just fallen into someone's lap?
Jade is a shrewd businesswoman. Her idea of a leader might not align with what we have in mind. What do you think?
See? I told you she wouldn't agree either.
This responsibility is too heavy to bear. Even if it makes sense, we must proceed with caution. Besides, it goes against our identity as free people of the Express. Once we accept, the nature of the Trailblaze would completely change. Anyway, we should politely decline for now.
Sunday, what does your gut tell you?
From what I know about Madam Jade, Every favor she does is just groundwork to put things in her control. According to her, the IPC sees the Trailblaze as something to rally behind.
What do you think? Your misgivings are valid. The Express has its own path to follow. It's not the right time to be getting involved in political games. The discussion's over, so let's take a vote. I reserve my judgment on this.
I second that.
Me too.
I abstain.
After careful consideration, we regret to inform you that we cannot accept your proposal for the moment.
I don't suppose Mr. Sunday put in a good word for me, did he?
As you can see, the Astral Express has made its choice. But somehow, you don't seem surprised.
Change takes time. I understand. As Miss Himiko said, it's just for the moment. There's no need to give me an immediate answer. Patience is one of my strengths.
After leaving Amphorius, the Express will seek out a developed world to restock our supplies. When that time comes, our allies from the Strategic Investment Department are welcome to visit us aboard the Express.
In that case, I have another proposal. One that might be more familiar to Miss Himiko. I hear the moon of Plain Arcadia is full again. I bet Miss Himiko would love to go home and see it, wouldn't you?
So the moon is full once again. I wonder if all is well over there.
Stable and prosperous as usual. Plain Arcadia has long since become one of the IPC's most valuable planetary assets. Although I cannot visit there in person, if the Express passes through Plain Arcadia, my colleagues will surely give you a grand welcoming ceremony.
That's very thoughtful of you. We'll give it serious consideration.
Sorry for taking up so much of your time. I should get going now. Remember, the gates of Astropolis will always be open to the Astral Express. May the winds be favorable on your trailblazing expedition.
Plain Arcadia? It's been 15 years since I last heard that name.
It's clear she came prepared. Astropolis was probably just a cover. Jade's real objective was to let us know about the IPC's movements in my homeland.
Are you planning to go back and check it out?
Why don't we first explain things to these confused kids? The civilization of Plain Arcadia on Ahatopia is my homeland. And it's also where the Astral Express once crashed and set off again. so long. To be honest, I'm also not quite sure about this. Dan Heng, March 7th, and you've all grown so much during your time in Amphorius. Each of you has become a truly capable Nameless. So you must understand that Jade was right. The Trailblaze no longer means what it once did for the cosmos. Do we keep wandering through space? Or, as she suggested, do we become a core force against the destruction? We should give this question some serious thought before we depart. Going back to where the Trailblaze began again could be a way to reconnect with our original purpose. More importantly, our last stop was really exhausting, so we need to take a proper break. Ahatopia is an Arcadian world steeped in the elation, making it the perfect vacation spot. So, what do you think? That's my suggestion. Give it some thought. Oh, right. Black Swan wasn't part of our discussion earlier. Would you mind passing the message on to her?
When discussing the Alliance, Madame Jade only mentioned the Strategic Investment Department. Perhaps the Anti-Destruction Alliance is just the 10 Stonehearts one-sided initiative. The IPC is full of competing camps. If I'm not mistaken, all the factions on that list are forces that Diamond is trying to win over. The Strategic Investment Department needs enough leverage to silence their opposition within the IPC. Some olive branch.
Ahatopia. That's an ancient world, if I remember correctly. Would you like to hear the databank records, or just the rumors I've heard? Ahatopia is located in the constellation Star Zone. It is said that in the distant past, the Eon of Elation, Aha, once stopped here, turning it into a stage for the masked fools and mourning actors, and drawing travelers from many worlds. After the destruction came into being, this place too was driven to the brink by the Legion's onslaught. Many ancient nations vanished, and the entire world sank into a painted world upon canvas. Fortunately, with support from the Interastral Peace Corporation's Worlds Reborn initiative, Planar Arcadia emerged from the planar realm, regained its former vitality, joined the Pan-Cosmic Trade Network, and became one of the IPC's key assets and markets. As of today, an array of local entertainment creations originating from Planar Arcadia has circulated far and wide across the cosmos. This information is pulled from the IPC's open source databank, for reference only. After leaving the Xianzhou, I spent some time with the IPC fleet, where I met a fool from this Arcadia. She told me a legend. Aha the Elation once shed a tear there, and thus bestowed a blessing upon the whole world. Hard to imagine, right? In a world blessed by the elation, even the moon wears a smile. The fool's tales have always been absurd. Seeing is believing. The best way to understand this peculiar world is to visit it ourselves.
Have you noticed how Himeko gets lost in thought whenever we talk about her homeland? I'm like the Express's gossip queen, but when it comes to Himeko's past, I'm totally in the dark. I even asked Mr. Yang about it, but all he said was, "I don't know anything about this either." So I snuck a peek at the navigation log and found... Oh, come on! You're missing the point here. I found an unfamiliar signature in the logs. Something like... Mura? Based on the timeline, it must be someone Himeko knew. But she's never mentioned it. I bet there's some big secret behind all this.
Me? Right now, I'm fine. Just feeling a bit nostalgic. I was just flipping through my first navigation log. Can you believe that was from 140,000 system hours ago? 15 orbital years have passed. I wonder what plain Arcadia looks like now.
Before Pom Pom knew it, there were more and more passengers on board.
I'll tell you about them another time. For now, let's prepare for the warp jump.
This is the Interastral Peace broadcast. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Nice.
We are here to bring you the latest news from across the cosmos.
Through the combined efforts of multiple factions, the menace of the Lord Ravager, no,
I heard you have some ideas about the next stop. Sorry, but I'm afraid my journey with the Express has come to an end. The Memo Keepers have received summons from the Garden of Recollection, so I must return to report. But this journey through Amphorius has given me many unforgettable memories. Your trust, and my small act of rebellion against the Garden of Recollection. Covering up these traces won't be easy, so I need to leave quietly. Fortunately, a cremator has agreed to help me out, and she's waiting for me. Of course not. The time I've spent with all of you is a treasure I couldn't find anywhere else. When you miss me, gently call out to me in your thoughts. If needed, the lady slumbering within March 7th knows how to find me. If I need help from the Nameless, I will reach out to all of you. Please convey my apologies to everyone for not being able to say goodbye in person. Farewell, sleepyhead.
Plain Arcadia. Another land known as an Arcadia. Clearly, the fall of Iron Tomb has sent shockwaves across the universe. Even the usually scattered memo keepers have received a call to gather. Trust the lady. She's no stranger to dancing on a knife's edge, and she's always made it out in one piece.
Still thinking about the next stop? Is that so? If she chose to leave on her own, she must have good reasons for doing so. I hope the Garden of Recollection has no way of knowing what happened inside Amphorius.
I wonder what interesting sights await us in plain Arcadia. What? She just left like that? Without even saying goodbye? Oh, I was thinking of throwing her a proper farewell party. Black Swan went against the laws of the Garden of Recollection to help us. I wonder if the memo keepers will give her a hard time at this gathering. Yeah, Pathstriders of Remembrance are all really resourceful. I hope her path ahead is smooth.
Without Black Swan, the Express would have never made it to Amphorius, let alone experience this unprecedented adventure.
Let the conductor sound a whistle for her and wish her smooth sailing ahead.
So, what have you all decided?
I'm on board. Let's head to plain Arcadia.
After such a tough battle, we all deserve a good rest.
I have no objections.
Since we're all in agreement, Conductor, prepare for the warp jump.
Attention passengers! The Express is about to make the jump. Please be seated and hold on. Destination, plain Arcadia. Let's go!
I dreamed it again. What a ridiculous dream. Even more over the top than what that guy promised. Looks like the Express has once again taken the wrong route. But there's nothing we can do about it. In the river of time, if cause and effect can be kept apart for long, they're bound to have a terrifying reunion. Am I right, Observer? Watching us from behind countless veils. I've been rambling on since the show just started. You must be totally lost, aren't you? Then just forget all that nonsense I was spouting. Anyway, stop looking here. What you should be focusing on is them.
So we're not just stopping in low orbit this time, but making a direct landing?
According to the comms, the officials have prepared a dedicated platform for the Astral Express to dock.
A whole platform? Just for us? Is this some kind of VIP treatment for coming home? Oh, talk about rolling out the red carpet!
The Express has arrived at the station, connecting to local communications.
From what I see, the Astral Express is considered a legend across the cosmos. So, preparing a fitting gift would be more than appropriate. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Pearl, from the IPC's Strategic Investment Department. Now, in my capacity as the legal representative and CEO of this Arcadia, I welcome the Express Navigator, Miss Himiko, back home.
Hello, Miss Pearl. This is news to me. I wasn't aware that the Strategic Investment Department had taken over administration of Plain Arcadia.
As its governing official, I am still in the process of learning. If I can help this planet grow more prosperous, it would be a profound honor.
We would be even more honored to have a face-to-face conversation with you.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. While the Express is stationed here, the IPC will reasonably accommodate all your requests, including the one you just mentioned. Pardon my choice of words, but I sincerely hope that you enjoy your time in Plain Arcadia so much you never want to leave.
In that case, I'd like to know about recent events in this world. I heard from Madame Jade that it's once again the time of the full moon.
Indeed. I believe it's also welcoming the Express. After 15 years, now that the Phantas Moon of Elation is full again, the Phantas Moon Games will begin as scheduled. The more lively, the better. During these divine games, distinguished guests from across the cosmos will be stopping by. This time, along with the Express, a delegate from the Cienjo Alliance has also arrived. Don't be surprised if you happen to run into them.
A Xianzhou envoy?
That's right. A big shot from the Yuchui. Since you've just arrived, I won't keep you any longer. I've arranged for staff to wait for you at the platform. Feel free to ask them for anything you need. All of this is a token of appreciation from the Strategic Investment Department to our friends. We hope you'll enjoy yourselves to the fullest.
Madame Pearl's style is different from Aventurine's, but her methods are cut from the same cloth.
This could go on forever. They're really pulling out all the stops to form this anti-destruction alliance. Looks like we need to pay them a visit. Whether to understand the CEO's intentions, or to firmly reject their proposal. At least in my homeland, we have more room to maneuver. Welt, care to join me? As for everyone else, you're free to do as you please. My suggestion is, why not take a look around and get to know this world better? I appreciate your enthusiasm, really. But have something else I'd like you to help me with.
In that case, Sunday and I will go gather some intel about the Xianzhou envoy.
Huh? Why you two?
I asked Don Hung to bring me along. I can't appear in public given my identity, but I have a feeling that the Express might need to make some tough decisions in these complicated circumstances. Understanding the Xianzhou Alliance's stance might help us on our journey.
Hey, you had the toughest time in Amphorius. Since we're splitting up, why not make your mission take a break with March? I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. I'm counting on you. Same goes for you, March.
Now we'll look like two immature kids just loafing around. Pretty proud of yourself, huh?
Don't worry, you two. Just make sure to come see me in the parlor car before you leave. I have a favor to ask of you both.
I've made contact with the Xianzhou delegation. Sunday, let's head out.
If there is any etiquette I need to follow when meeting Xianzhou people, please let me know in advance.
Another day with
Marge, you're here.
So, what kind of mission do you have for us?
It's a long story, but what if I told you there was a game being played in a corner of the cosmos? And the winner might become an Eon. Would that pique your interest? You two saw that special moon in the sky, didn't you? That's a piece of artwork. Here, a ceremony called the Phantom Moon Games is held every full moon. And that's what I was talking about. The game where the winner becomes an Eon.
Pearl mentioned that name too. Just what kind of ceremony could be so mystical?
Historically, the origin of the Phantom Moon Games is tied to a group of mourning actors. Legend has it that they offered heartfelt stories to the moon, hoping for a chance to have an audience with an Eon. Not really. As far as I know, many factions have their own ways of gaining an audience with them. Like the IPC's tourist package, one-day glory tour of the Amber Lord. Pay 1.8 billion credits and you can get a close-up view of Klapoth from an orbital ship at Pier Point. But the Phantom Moon Games are different. They're one of the few well-documented ways where you can actually see an Eon and receive their response. Aha, the Elation. Legend has it that they personally started the Phantom Moon Games, though their motives remain a subject of much speculation. Aha is also one of the Eons closest to humans. They have left behind countless pranks, with this miracle of Aha-topia being one of them. According to historical records, when a supplicant rises above the rest, the elation will manifest, listen to the victor's wishes and share their authority for 1 minute. Considering this Eon once injected all their power into a noblesse worm, it's not surprising they would do something like this.
What does it mean to become an Eon for a minute?
Among past winners, some sought ultimate power, some yearned to erase their past regrets, and someone even stored this planet within a scroll painting. But how their wishes were granted and what became of them, only rumors remain, and no one knows the truth. The first signs of the war among the Eons are beginning to show. I believe this is why the IPC has been positioning itself here for years. When I saw the Phantom Moon at its fullest, I became even more certain. This ceremony to commune with the Eon, whether genuine or not, could be the turning point that determines the destiny of the cosmos. With all eyes on these games, the IPC won't be the only ones with ulterior motives. The road ahead will likely be fraught with hidden dangers. But what's important is that you make your own decisions, such as whether you'll take part in these grand games, and if so, how. I have only one mission for you both. Explore and understand this world in your own way, as the place where the Trailblaze began anew, and my homeland. You might hear completely different versions of what I just said from others. Trust what you see with your own eyes, and believe in what you choose to believe.
Me too. I won't let her walk ahead alone.
I see you already have your own thoughts on this. In that case, everyone's got a mission to take care of now. Welt and I are going to meet Pearl. We'll see what kind of surprise she has in store for us.